After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. Straight right just misses. They both want the knockout. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at Paul right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Good job defending the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. An uppercut does not score. How about that time counter shot? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete top. Let's get it started in round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Throws the jab but does not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. So much for boxing. This is a fight. When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use the speed. Frustrate and make them walk into a shot.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Insane action. Beautiful counter punch. Straight right just misses. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, it's no secret who... There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Straight right just misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The straight right just misses. Can't find a home for that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Straight right just misses. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
And he misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. That counter punch caught him clean. Let's talk about Teofimo. This is the beginning of round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's gonna be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That uppercut doesn't land. Terence Crawford just got rocked. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missing with the hook. Good counter punching. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Just avoids the left uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo. And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That left hook missed. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Jab does not score. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Punch, counter punch. They stop the hook there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And down goes Crawford. Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
To make or break a fighter.
And we enter the 9th. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to blossom.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A perfect counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue. There's the bell to start round 10. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Misses with the straight left. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Can't find a home in that jab. There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. He misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much in... And there's the bell for round 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Catch and shoot. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Punch himself out, though. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Tried to land the left hook, but it was blocked. Do you believe what we're seeing? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And that is that. It is a knockout. What a win. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
Are you okay? You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.